Gang, gang, gang. What's poppin', man? Welcome back to another episode. Y'all already know what up. Y'all definitely know what up with me. You feel me? Welcome back to Let's Talk Everything 414 podcast. I am the host, the creator. You feel me? Carnage Slaughter. All the above, everything you want to know. Yeah, that's right there. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, and share this video. When you feel like enough is enough, what do you do? What is it that you do about it? How do you handle it being enough? How do you deal with that? I really want to know. That's a question I have for a lot of y'all out there. A lot of y'all out there, y'all will tell me this and that. You'll tell me, hey, yo, I do this, I do that. I might write, I might go to the booth, I might read a book, I might go outside, jog, walk my dog, whatever the case may be. But the real question is, what is it that you really do? What is it that you do to keep you from overdrive? You know what I'm saying? When you feel it's enough. What is it that you do to stop you from going off on somebody or chewing a new asshole in somebody? Because at the end of the day, sometimes when you had enough and you feel enough is enough, you tend to take out problems on somebody else, a lot of times, right? And you can't lie and say you don't. A lot of people do. A lot of us did before. At the end of the day, what is it that you don't do when you feel enough is enough? Do you sit and meditate? Do you calmly process, the complex problems at hand? Do you sit and manifest a peaceful way out of whatever it is that you got to go through? What is it that you do? Me personally, you know what I'm saying? I like to vlog. I like to podcast. I like to write music. Maybe I'll write it down in a book. Maybe I'll go, and I ain't did book writing in a long time. Shout out to that. Maybe I'll, vent a little bit to my family, my YouTube family. Shout out to all of y'all out there. Y'all get a round of applause. But the most prominent thing you can do is just stay calm, stay yourself, and yourself ain't getting angry and upset. I was just having this conversation with my mom. Shout out to you, mom, too. Also, having this conversation, and I'm like, yo, what is it that you do? And I'm putting game into her too. Like, at the end of the day, we got to learn how to maintain our energy. Our energy is everything, man. Your life force is everything, and your life force is your energy. If you can't maintain that at all costs, if you don't know how to handle that at all costs, if you don't know, how to not let nobody get you out of your square, your character, or push you off of your boundary edge, then you in for a world of trouble, gang. You really gonna be in for a world of trouble. And I feel bad for people like that, because some people like that, they don't even know, at their hand lies a lot of power. At your hands lies a gem and a key stone that can turn any leaf in any door. You know what I'm saying? At your hand lies a lot of power. And you just got to know how to wield that power. So many people out here, they don't know how to wield that power that they got. So, they stress themselves out. They kill themselves because of the problem become too much. And that's something I'll never provoke. I don't never promote or provoke killing yourself. You feel me? I only promote handling your problems as you should, as you see fit, not by harming nobody else, though. You understand what I'm saying? Not by taking it out on them, but by calmly and, professionally assessing every situation, processing it, and then, analyze it and, solve it. Solve it in the best shape, form, or manner. At the end of the day, some of y'all ain't got that type of energy in you. You got to build all that type of energy. You got to have that type of energy embedded in you, because at the end of the day, that's what's in you, my nigga. But you just scared to pull that out of you because you're so scary. I hate a scary person. I hate a scary person who just scared to learn about themselves and are scared to, experience life. And gang, at the end of the day, the only thing you can do is experience life when you're going through times like enough is enough, or when you're going through times where you feel like life is life. And no. Life ain't life. You is letting life. You control life. All you got to do is grab that bitch by the horns and ride that motherfucker. But at the end of the day, you chalking it up to a loss. You chalking it up to your weaknesses, and that's what that is, And it's okay to have weakness. It's okay. It's totally okay. A lot of people out here, they can learn to live outside of those weaknesses. A lot of people can learn to move around life. You know what I'm saying? Adjust those weaknesses and make those into strengths too. I think that's what you mainly supposed to do. You're supposed to find all your weaknesses and try to manage turning them into strengths if you can. You know, but what is it that you do when you feel like it's enough? When you feel like too much is too much? You know, some people they got vices. Some people they'll probably get drunk as a motherfucker. Some people they get high as a bitch. Me, I'm rolling up blunts after blunts, and then I might podcast about that shit, and I'm gonna make a song about it. For real, I'm a podcast definitely about it though. That's just cause when you can't talk and you can't communicate with nobody else, you got to be able to vent and get the shit off your chest some way. That's just like everything in your life. You got to be able to get any situation or problem in your life off. You got to be able to talk to somebody about it, learn how you can receive help about it. You know what I'm saying? One thing about me, I ain't never been ashamed to ask for help, nor receive help, nor go find it. If it's something I need, you feel me? If it's something I want, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask because look, a closed mouth don't get fed, y'all. A closed mouth don't get fed. If it's something you want to know about, you gotta ask, and you can't be afraid of wondering how the answer will come, right? So, what is it that you feel is enough in your life and you like, damn, I just had too much of this, but you feel like, you know what, I don't know what else to do to change it? I'm here to give you that answer. Me, yeah, I'm here to give you that answer. That's why you're here on this channel, gang. That's exactly because at the end of the day, we all had problems that we couldn't, you know, face and change. And I don't mean hard problems. They can be anything. You probably can find you a girlfriend out there, or you probably can find you a boyfriend out there, and you have to go to somebody for help. All people out there had that problem. They couldn't find friends. They couldn't be social as they wanted to. They couldn't fit in the groups that they wanted to be part of. And at the end of the day, they had to go around people who was cool or who they felt cooler than them and learn a few skills. You know what I'm saying? Or if you was one of them people who was real authentic and you knew how to be yourself and you could turn yourself up to a million notches, then you know what I'm saying? That was the greatest thing. You didn't have to go follow no bandwagon to get me through. I was one of them niggas. I took a couple notes and shit from people, but I ain't follow their wagon. I was definitely not trying to be there. Definitely. I know. I had to become myself, and myself was this. Myself was the person I became. Throughout all the mistakes, throughout everything that I done wrong, and everything that I tried to change and made right, and everything that I did change and made right, it still made me who I am today, right? And you know, I hold no regrets. I hold no things in my past that I feel bad about, because everything was a lesson, and everything you have to go through and learn, right? So I'll tell you right now today, if you feel like life is or dishing you enough and it's enough, then learn, listen to your inner self and learn that everything you're going through right now, my nigga, is meant. It's meant for you to go through right now. It's not meant to tear you down, though. I'm gonna tell you that. It's not meant to make you weak. I'm gonna tell you that. It's not. Some of y'all will feel like, look, god damn, universe is giving me some bogus cards. No, motherfucker, that's not the case. That is not the case. You know, another thing I learned, man, a hard head make a soft ass, right? It do. A hard head make a soft ass, man. They also used to tell you, don't write a check your ass can't cash. And I had to learn that the hard way from doing a lot of bullshit that I wasn't supposed to be doing, gang. And then you got to go sit in jail for it, or you got to go, you got to go pay your dues for it, right? And a lot of times that's what be your enough. Sometimes that's what take you through. Oh, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? And at that moment, you be ready to give up. At that moment, I've seen so many people at that very moment willing to give up. They like, fuck this, man. This shit is harder than it's ever been. Man, if you take your motherfucking time and look on the internet or search the web, you'll look around and see other people going through way worse shit than you. I don't even know why in the fuck y'all be bitching. Why is you bitching like that? If you wake up every day, God give you breath every day, your creator grant you the breath to breathe every morning, my nigga, then why is you bitching about anything after that morning you get up? You should be praising. Only reason you should be praising is because you got granted the power to live again. And if you got granted the power to live again, my nigga, then you got granted also the power to do anything you may want to in that day that you live again, in that very hour, in that very moment. You see, some of y'all already doubt yourselves, and you create this disbelieving cycle about yourself to where that you can't create nothing positive, no positive events to take place for you in your life. I ain't preaching, I'm just teaching. Right? I ain't preaching, I'm just teaching. I ain't reaching. I'm hoping one of y'all see this and earn, you feel me, the credits that you need to earn within your lifetime. Because if you feel like life is enough right now, and you like, god damn, I can't take no more, then my nigga, you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen the curveballs life got for you. You understand me? You ain't seen them hard curveballs like finna throw at you like this, like a baseball. And they gonna throw them, nigga. You gonna have to catch them, and you ain't gonna know what to do because you think right now is the worst moment you ever been in, gang. Boy, I tell you, when you get to going through the moments, you're gonna be high. Mm-hmm. It's gonna feel like hell. You think you're in hell now. You better endure your blessings, man. Every one of us is blessed every day we wake up. So no shape, form, or fashion or time do you have to feel like it's enough. You know what I'm saying? When you be like, enough is enough. No, enough is enough, but change, my nigga. That's what you're here for. You're here to make a change. You ain't here to stay the same. That's the problem why some of y'all still have problems right now today. You is comfortable being comfortable. But then you want to blame your friends or you want to blame everybody else around you for not coming in your session or not fucking with you. You want to blame everybody else around you for not keeping up with you or keeping up with your trauma bond. I had some old niggas that used to always want a trauma bond. I don't want a trauma bond. I ain't trying to get together with you to trauma bond, nigga. What is we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why? Come on, man. Fuck that. No. Trauma bonding ain't for me. Once I came out of that trauma field, my nigga, I never was on the trauma bonding lane again, my nigga. I wasn't even dealing with niggas who was trauma bonding again. I ain't got no time for you. What? I ain't giving you my time nor energy, nigga. You giving your time and energy to a negative situation that you can't even control and you still want to talk about it. You still want to, you feel me? You living in that light. I don't live in no negative light, gang. I tell motherfuckers that every day. Now, when I used to be younger, 19, 20, I was in a negative light every day. Every day I woke up, I'm mad for a reason. And then look, all the reasons that I was mad, I could change. Peep that. All the reasons that I was mad, I could change. I can get my bitch ass up and change them. Right now today, I can't make an excuse about nothing around me because my nigga, I can change it. Can't make no excuse. Anytime I'm gonna tell you something, yeah, you're gonna argue, yeah, you're gonna be mad, yeah, you're gonna be pissed off, yeah, you're gonna have some upsets, some downsets, yeah, you're gonna have some happy moments and some sad moments. But at the end of the day, my nigga, giving up is not a motherfucking option. Failure is not easy. It ain't. I don't know who told y'all what. I don't know who raised you niggas. Some of you niggas be too weak-minded. Personally, I don't like weak-minded. Then again, I like weak-minded people, but I don't like weak-minded people who are already misled and they don't want no guidance. I don't want no, listen, I don't want to be around you. You already misled, you weak-minded, and you don't want no guidance, man. Move your bitch ass away from me, nigga. Go back to the people who misguided your bitch ass and taught you all the wrong shit, because at the end of the day, when you get next to a nigga who got the keys, the gems, and all the wisdom and knowledge, my nigga, that you need, that I already have, and you don't want to get it, then nigga, move your bitch ass around. You ain't finna shake and bake my cage. No, I don't. You ain't doing that, game. You ain't. Some of y'all got to stop letting people do that too. And I told y'all early in my life, sometimes it be the people that's right next to you. It can be your family members. It can be your friends. The motherfuckers you thought your best friend. You don't even know they only your best friend to bring you down and make sure you stay low as them. Yeah, to make sure you stay low as them. To make sure you never have an opportunity. To make sure you always have ops. And in reality, the only op is opportunities that's in front of you. I ain't sitting around making no motherfucking ops, no enemies, fucking enemy. You bitch ass niggas, boy, stop playing, boy. Hey, before I had an enemy, my nigga, I would have made 100 motherfucking goals took place. And if I did have an enemy, they gonna drop. You real like they gonna drop, and not by me. My creator gonna do that. I got them guys, them angels. They with me all day, 24/7. I don't know what you got. At the end of the day, that's why I be telling you niggas like, dang, what is you popping for? How can it be enough? What is enough, nigga? Life don't stop. Life ain't got easier. Nobody ever told you life was gonna be easy, nigga. So what is enough? Enough is enough, man. I can handle this shit. I'm finna jump off a bridge. Get your dead ass out of here. You already died, however. For real, because at the end of the day, that shit real. Like, I can't stand a motherfucker like that who just willing to give up. You know what I'm saying? What do you do about it? What type of plans do you have in place just in case your energy get that low? Just in case you start feeling like that in your own head. Just in case you start telling yourself that in your own head. What plans do you got in place? Do you motherfuckers meditate? Do you go out and take a walk? Do you take breathers? Do you go out there in nature and talk with the animals? Are you out there listening to the birds and the wind, my nigga? If you ain't doing that, then you ain't got no motherfucking survival status in place. You ain't got no top ranking survival method to help you battle this mental battle. Because right now on America turf, gang, it's a conscious warfare. A lot of people they losing it. They creating these demonic ass, fake, depressed, synthetic frequencies. Everybody around you and around me is depressed as a bitch. Everybody around your people depressed. Everybody sad. There's so much violence going on, gang. Come on now, make it make sense, y'all. Make this shit make sense, gang. That's why every time I come to my channel, gang, I gotta be about uplifting. I ain't finna tear shit down. What I am gonna do though, I'm gonna show y'all what take place in my home city, because it's not enough of that shown. It don't be enough of that shown. So you better believe you me. Hell yeah, I'm coming and I'm popping the news on my shit. I'm gonna show you the murders. I'm gonna talk about they bitch ass. Talk about how sweet niggas be thinking it is. How they think they getting away with these murders and homicides. And at the end of the day, the whole time they being watched. There's so many cameras. They got the eagles in the sky. Fuck a bird. They got the eagles in the sky, nigga. The ones we ain't seeing, my nigga. Simple. They got the ones we ain't seeing in the sky, nigga, and you think it's that sweet. No, it ain't sweet. Don't think that nothing you do is not being seen. Everything you do is being watched, my nigga. You better believe it. Everything we all do is being watched, my nigga, at all times. Everything we do is being watched at all times. Everything you post on the internet is on there forever. You know? So how can you ever feel like enough is enough? It ain't, nigga. Because you got to understand this. You put yourself in these traps every time. You got to understand these traps. I remember traps. I know about the traps. We know about the traps. And when you learn how to beat them traps, my nigga, you learn how to stay out them traps. When you learn how to beat them traps, you learn how to stay out them traps. And that's why I said the traps ain't meant for everybody. Somebody is meant for them traps. But them traps ain't meant for everybody. They ain't meant for everybody. Because if they was, then some of the people that's out here still talking about the traps that it's not meant for everybody wouldn't be talking. They'd be trapped up. They'd be fucked up. You know? But you got people like us who trying to put that message out there and let you niggas know to stay away from them traps. These niggas out here planning and planning, and they trying to get you corroded and corrupted. You hear me? They trying to prove you wrong, and they trying to make you out to be what you ain't. But at the end of the day, you is the only motherfucker who can prove your potential. You, not me. I can't do it for you. You got to do that game. You got to do that. I'm only here to give you the gems and the keys, my nigga. I can't. That's it. And I tell niggas this all the time, gang. I can't do that part for you. I'm only here to, you know what I'm saying? Open your mind. Don't nobody ever feel it's enough when black people killing each other though in the hood, do we? We don't never think that's enough, do we, huh? We ain't gonna never think that. We ain't gonna never think that. When I tell you why, because we think that's the corny way of living. Why all my black brothers and sisters think that's the corny way of living? Until it's your people that's dying, until it's your people that's dead, until it's you that's calling for help, or, you know, asking somebody, hey, yo, can y'all, you know, put out some information? My people got killed. My people was robbed. We want to know something. Yeah, that's how I go. Why though? Why? So, you know, and like the video I did earlier, how prepared is you if your desired reality pops up right at your doorstep? Is you prepared? If you ain't, you one fuck motherfucker. If you ain't, you one fuck motherfucker, man. There's so many unprepared people right now today that's living around you, your cousin, your mama, me, my cousin, my mom. There's so many unprepared people right now today. And if you ask them that question, how prepared are you if your desired reality popped up at your doorstep? Is you ready for it? Is you ready for all the things you've been begging for and asking for? All the things I asked that question earlier. It's sort of the same thing. Like, yo, and when you feel like enough is enough, what is it that you do? What plan do you set in place? You feel me, to help you stay on track, to help you stay on track of your goals, to help you stay on track of aiming towards where you wanted to get to help you stay achieving. You feel me? What goals do you set in place? When you're going through a hard time, if you just got fired from your job, what goals do you set in place to keep you focused and motivated, to keep you what you want to call that, maintained in energy and in equilibrium energy, where it's at the middle and not too much on the great side, too much on the negative side? What goals do you got in place? What plans do you got in place when you out here and you fucking off and you cheating on your bitch or you cheating on your nigga and you automatically like, okay, I ain't gonna do this again. But at the end of the day, you do it one more time. What goals do you got in play to stop you from doing these fucked up things, gang? For you to say enough is enough. Enough can't be enough. You still putting yourself in these situations. So how's enough for you? How's enough, man? We'll know it's enough when you stop doing the bullshit you're doing. We'll know it's enough, shorty, when you stop putting yourself in barred up situations. We'll know it's enough, shorty, when you start feeling like, damn, I'm more than what I'm asking for. I'm more valuable than I believe. I'm more, you know what I'm saying, worthy than I thought I was. That's when we'll see that you had enough. Until then, I don't think nobody gonna believe this. Right? Definitely not my people. Definitely not the black culture. And if we talking about killing and shit like that, that definitely ain't enough. Everybody want blood in and blood out. Y'all heard Pooh Shiesty song with Lil Durk? Niggas talking about get it back in blood. They want to get it back in blood and leave you in mud, gang. That's the life we live, right? That's the life we live. That's the motto we follow. That's why I don't follow no motto. I don't follow no nigga train. I don't care how much money you got, bitch ass nigga. I never follow your train. Fuck your wagon and fuck the people that ride with you. For real. And that's standing on all 10 toes. I say that to the nigga face. Look, fuck you, fuck the money you got and the train you on and the niggas around with you. I ain't never been a caboose following ass nigga. I never ride your wagon. I never say talk like you. I never dress like you niggas. I never do none of that, nigga. I don't give a fuck how separate or how, you know, opposite I look or how much more shiny you look than I am, my nigga. I can guarantee you one thing and one thing only, my nigga. My soul is more pure than yours, my nigga. My knowledge is more sharper than yours. My wisdom is more wiser than yours. Because all that money in the world that you got in your pocket, my nigga, you're going to go to the grave with that. You're going to be writing your coffin with that. We know millionaires, my nigga, that done died. Michael Jackson with millions. Millions. You think he taking that to the afterlife with him? Y'all tell me that. You think he buying horses and giraffes in the other side in the spirit world, nigga? You think he got the baby Choo Choo, the monkey, with him over there in the spirit world? I hear a lot of niggas, oh nigga, that bag, chase that bag. Yeah, okay, nigga. Till the nigga blow your motherfucking noodles out your head and that bag right with you. Then they take the bag like they did Dog on Paid in Full. His best friend, oh yeah, where you get all this? For real? And shot him. Boom. The whole time they trying to take the dough money, all this money, they trying to take it and get his nephew back. Because his uncle kidnapped the nephew on some bullshit. So now the family playing him and then his best friend over the money. Over the money. So that's why I'm like, you niggas be bragging about that. Listen, gang, you'll die with that shit. You'll die with it. I ain't gonna lie to you. You'll die with it before you make it out. You'll die with it before you think you're gonna get somewhere with it. You die with it before you think you're gonna cross somebody or get the flex on somebody. Because I told y'all this earlier. The universe will give you something just so you can flex and stunt just for that little 15 minutes and then snatch it from you to make you an example for other people to see. Make you an example for other people to see, just even though you beg for this. Okay, I'll give it to him. Yeah, y'all know the universe flex a lot. Our creator flex a lot. I get to him, here you go. And soon you get it, my nigga, you looking dumb as a bitch because it gets snatched from you in the wrongest way. You probably get your head knocked off for it. A motherfucker see you and they bust you open for it. You understand what I'm saying? And then now everybody looking at you as an example. Like, damn, I don't want to live like that. I remember he was just dead and broken. Now he ended up getting in, and now look what happened to him. Marquise went over there and bust this motherfucker head. You know, I mean, I seen a lot, man, and I know y'all did too, man. Y'all been in a lot of places, you know. I ain't the only old soul out here. It's a lot of people that been in a lot of places, seen a lot of things. There's a lot of people that know a lot of people. And if you know a lot of people, you heard a lot of stories, whether they was true stories, fake stories, half false, half true. You feel me? 50-50. You know a lot of stories. You've seen a lot. But now when it's enough for you in life, what do you do? What do you have in place? My nigga, what's your goals? Because a lot of y'all, I seen people give up on their goals and dreams when they feel like it's enough. I'm talking about a nigga lose their job. Look, story. A motherfucker lost their job up here. They was working at a Miller's brewer, I think a Miller core plant up here on 35th, right after Philippe Street. They fired the man. Something must have happened. He made a mistake or whatever. He been there over 27 years. They fired the man, right? Black guy. He get fired, gang. This man go back and he killed like 4 people and then killed himself. All because he was like, man, I'm finna lose everything. I'm gonna lose my house, everything I don't work for. Y'all fired me and got rid of me. And now, you feel me? Gang, at the end of the day, that was not the last day of his life. Well, I mean, technically it was. I don't mean to say it like that. You know? It's okay. At the end of the day, that wouldn't have been the last day of his life only if he would have kept thinking positive. If he would have stayed positive and stayed in that frame of mind, he would have made it. Now, Finesse 2 times. Shout out to Finesse 2 times, gang. Shout out to Finesse 2 times. He was going through some things, right? And you know, it was with the label, with the music and all that. And they weren't trying to post his music. They was doing them bogus, dropping them from the label, all types of shit. Looked like he was going through some problems with his girlfriend at the crib. But he did a video I seen a couple days ago, and he was like, you could be going through some of the worst shit in your life, but only if you stay positive shall you overcome everything that you thought was the worst thing in your life, gang. And I swear to God, that message that he laid on the chat and the rest of us that watch his channel, that shit was so touching. It was so touching, gang. Because you don't hear no thug black niggas talking like that no more. You don't hear none of our black men talking like that. Our black men, when they speak, they only speak negative. If they not speaking too selfish, because a lot of black men, when they speak, they don't speak for them and their families, or them and their homeboys and their families and their families. They only speak for self. Man, I'm finna be riding, I'm stunting like this, nigga. I got this, nigga. I'm finna have this. I'm gonna have 100 hoes, nigga. I'm gonna have a house, nigga. I'm gonna have 2 cars. Like, gang, it's only one of you. You ain't thinking about nobody else out there, gang. Like, for real, for real. Daquan, for real. Deontay, for real. Tony, for real. Derek, be real. I be thinking like that, like these niggas can't be serious. And then you got to call them niggas out by government name. Robert, for real. Ronnie, for real. Edgar, for real. Yandis, for real. I'm talking about it get that deep, and then these niggas, man, what you mean for real? Fuck everybody. Ain't nobody ever done nothing for me. Niggas always back. No, nigga. Niggas ain't always done nothing. It's just that that's the way you came in that relationship. You came unprepared. You came with these negative insights on other people based off of what you had experienced on with some people in your life. Somebody down the line in your life gave you a bad experience, my nigga, and at the end of the day, you feel like, damn, now everybody gonna treat me like this. Everybody gonna do me like this. That ain't the fucking case, fool. That ain't the case. That's not the case. Some white people feel like that about black people. They be like, man, I had a bad experience with a black person, so you know what? I think that I don't want to deal with no more of them. And look, we do the same thing. Some black people do the exact same thing. We have a bad experience with a white person, and at the end of the day, we be like, man, all white people racist. Fuck them. You understand what I'm saying? Fuck, I swear to God, fuck them. That ain't the case. The whole case is we so motherfucking goofy and backwards that we choose to keep looking at the scenario this way. We choose to keep looking at the whole time we choosing to look, and we choosing to choose to see this only. And when you only see negative situations or scenarios, I swear to God, your mind is a predictive energy. It only choose to lock in on these scenarios and analyze life for only these scenarios, gang. I'd be tripped out. I'm like, what the hell? I had to wake up and see that about my damn self, gang. I'm like, wait, man. Before I pay attention to, you hear me? I'm like, dude, I gotta stop. I gotta start looking at the positive side of my life. Everything in my life ain't negative. Everything in my life just ain't that. I gotta start paying attention to what's really popping. I gotta start living in the present moment. And once you start living in the present moment, then you recognize everything is happening for me, not to me, motherfucker. Some of y'all blame life. Some of y'all blame God. I heard people say, God, if God real, why my people die? Why does that have to happen? Listen, man, everything happened for a reason. Everything happened for a reason. You better believe that. And God made that reason happen just because of that. Now, whatever just took place, gang, you better understand and you better believe that it took place for a very great reason. You might not know now, but I guarantee you, goddamn it, in the future, you will. It might have been something good. Sometimes some of us think like, yo, I didn't get that job. We went and applied for a job. We like, damn, I didn't get the job. They didn't call me back. This ain't happened. That ain't take place. And the whole time, gang, it was a reason you didn't get that job. Maybe it was somebody working there that you didn't know that you had beef with years ago, and you probably, been dodging them for years, or if you weren't dodging them, you ain't ran into them because your mindset was like, I'm gonna kill them if I see them again. You understand? So that's why you didn't get that job. Some of y'all be like, man, I wanted this type of car, and the whole time it wasn't meant for you to get that type of car because at the end of the day, that type of car didn't fit you and your family. It wasn't enough room. And you was thinking selfish at the moment. And at that very moment, you felt that, hey, yo, look, that car is for me. I deserve that. I worked for that. I earned that. But You only thinking for yourself. You ain't thinking for everybody else, right? And that's why you didn't get. Once you learn these methods and these things in life, gang, you start understanding these rules of life. Like, hey, yo, you know what? I gotta stop thinking so fast and thinking I can control everything, because everything in your life ain't meant to be controlled. Definitely not by a human. Definitely not by your hands. Everything in life ain't meant to be controlled by us. Some of this shit is already controlled. There's already a fate line or a lane, a fate lane for it to be already measured out, and you know what I'm saying, equilibrated. However you want to look at it, but it ain't meant for you to try to bring your narrow head ass, your rock sandwich eating ass along and try to change nothing. I'm just saying. Once I learned that, I was like, damn, life was better off, gang. Because everything we can't control is like you trying to control how the animals bark at you and how to come on, gang, how the moon come up and how the sun go down. Like, get your dumb ass out of here, man. For real, get out of here, man. Anyway, gang, I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, man. I love every one of y'all, man. I do. Everybody that come to my channel, everybody that participate in watching my videos, that share my videos, that remix them, I love you to death. But I want to leave one thing with y'all. What is it that you do when you feel like enough is enough? I'm gonna leave one thing with y'all. One thing you can do is just stay calm, meditate, breathe. You feel me? Breathe. Do a 4-5-4. Do a 4-5-4. Do a 5-4-5. You hear me? A breath. Do a 5-4-5 breath work, and see if that calm your nervous system down. Calm your nervous system down so you can start making decisions from a better position in life, not from an angry position in life. Calm yourself down first. Take a breather and think like, you know what I'm saying? Breathe in, hold that bitch for 4 seconds. No, breathe in for 4 seconds. You feel me? Like this. Hold it for 5. Release for 6. Do that release. Once you do that, watch how all the worries and problems and negativity escape your realm of living, escape your realm of thought, your consciousness. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times y'all don't take time to breathe and think and say, look, I'm safe, I'm good, and no matter what happens, I'm alive, so I'm okay with everything that takes place at this moment. And even if I don't be alive, I'm okay, right? That's what you got to do, man. Meditate a little bit, breathe, man. Anyway, I love y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all take care, stay safe. Share this video. You feel me? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to see more videos, click on that video right there on the screen, gang. I am out.